Hey, this is Carla with Discover Your Center, and I wanted to pop in today and just share with you a little invitation. It is, around here, talk a lot about rituals and routines and seasons and cycles and rhythms, and we're in some big ones. Today is a full moon and a harvest moon, and it's pretty powerful here in September. And it's just 2 days before the fall equinox, and these are two just beautiful rhythms of nature that we can connect with, and that our bodies want to sync with too. And so as we're moving into fall, we might find, so in Ayurveda, there's, we look at all the elements: air, ether, water, earth, fire are around us and within us. And so we're coming from the fiery summer, right? Lots of heat. It's known as the Pitta Time, and we're moving into, as we kind of hit equinox, we have this balance of equal day and night, and it's also an invitation where we can really reflect more on, what is the balance within my soul? What is the balance, feel that breeze. What is the balance within the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, like all these different ways that we can sort of play with this and just be reflective. When we move toward fall, we'll start to move toward shorter days, longer nights, and we'll feel the elements of air and ether or space move in more. And it can we can tend to feel drier, cooler this time of year, externally, but also internally. Like externally, if you go out for a walk right now, you're going to notice how the leaves are changing colors and they're drying, and the breeze is blowing, and then it moves them off the branches, and there's this natural shedding, this natural dying, right? Or so it feels. And it also is a time of rebirth. Every time we hit these equinox seasons, it's just an invitation to pause and really look back and reflect, and what have we been creating in our lives and in our health and in our relationships and all aspects of life since maybe the beginning of the year or the winter solstice. Maybe we're gonna look since the spring equinox. Maybe we'll look since summer solstice. But these markers just are these invitations that we can move into. And the elements, as we move from the fire into the wind, if we haven't really taken some time just to let some of that heat settle, the wind in us will move, and it can push that fire, and we can feel fiery sensations, right, in our body and our mind, or we can tend, to move into these drier qualities of the fall, and it can often show up in the body, and this depends on our individual constitution too, but air may move through the body, in the mind, just like feeling ungrounded, busy mind, anxiety, and it's a time where we really want to be rooting down. But if you have children, or you're on an academic schedule, or even in many other fields, like things feel like they're picking up right now. And so there can feel like there's this inner push-pull, like the desire to root and the desire to expand. And we also have so much else going on as we're still navigating, pandemic in the world and COVID. My invitation is to just take some time to pause and listen. If you'd like a group experience for that, I'm running a free equinox restorative yoga on Wednesday, September 22nd at 12:30 Eastern, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. It will be recorded, so if you can't make it, you can get the recording and do it at night just to have a little time for yourself. But if you're feeling these qualities of dryness, right, or in the body, so it could be, I talked about the mind, but the body could be where your skin looks dry, you're feeling thirsty, your feet may look dry, digestion, dryness might show up in the colon, so constipation, you might have gas, bloating, lots of different ways that this can show up. And if you just are looking for a little time to tune in to what is happening in the body and the mind and the emotions and the spirit, and be in tune to what's happening around you too, you can come to the equinox and free yoga class. You can also consider some of these suggestions I'll offer. So one is, this air element brings mobility. So we can feel like there's a pushing or like we're moving with it. And so sometimes just finding moments of stillness. And I feel like early in the morning and before bed are two beautiful times. It's just sort of this time to set the tone for your day early in the morning. And at the end of the day, it's to let things digest a little bit so we can sleep better. Stillness can come in many ways, right? It doesn't have to be seated on a cushion, quiet. It could just be gazing at a candle. It could be sitting under the stars, checking out the moon, walking slowly barefoot. That's another one. My second one is just to go out and really receive from nature right now, connect to what's happening around, walk barefoot, touch things, hug a tree, smell the plants, feel them, look around, notice the qualities, like pick up those dry leaves, and even notice the difference between maybe a leaf on the tree and a leaf on the ground, and just start to notice those things. Your feet, it's a good time. Well, actually all of your skin, it's a beautiful time to be oiling. If you've been around here, you've heard me talk about self-massage with oil and how powerful that can be, especially in the seasonal transitions, and especially when we're dealing with any stress, chronic or just whoosh into our life. Life feels like it's falling apart. So you can massage the whole body with oil. I have a video on that. Just ping me if you haven't seen that yet, or I'll try connect it around here. Or just oil your feet, like get out of your head and into your body by bringing some attention to your feet and putting oil on your feet. That can be a beautiful practice. So that is stillness, connect with nature, oil on your body, oil on your feet. And if you're a journaler, you spend a little time journaling and get curious. Notice what you notice. That's really what it's about. And notice how your care today might contribute tomorrow. I always tell my students and clients, like, how do you feel the next morning when you wake up? And can you just check in with the day before and maybe make some subtle shifts, make no wrongness in it, but use it as a tool to just, I feel like it's dancing, right? And right now when we're in the seasonal changes, we get to dance with the season that's changing around us, and all of these rhythms of nature and the moon and the cosmos, they just want to gift us and help us feel well in body and mind and spirit. And that is a day-to-day and a moment-to-moment where we can be tuning in, and what do I need to feel more like me? What do I need to feel in a state of more ease and freedom and flow? And that is a little different for all of us, but these rhythms, they're pretty universal, of the cosmos and nature and the moon. And when these are shifting around us, our internal rhythms want to sync up with that as well. So go have fun. If you have any questions, drop them below. If you have a favorite practice you love, please share it. I'd love to hear those. Come Wednesday, you have to register at discoveryourcenter.com. It's just a free Zoom. The link will take you right to the Zoom, and you can connect there. And yeah, hope to see you around. Be well.